Hey bosses, what is up? Dabausse here. Sorry for no video the last few days, I've been busy with schoolwork. Anyway, here's some more Fire RMP with Joker and Vaden. If you remember that 2250-ish TSG from last video, we're up against him again here. So once again, I stop the pally and we open on the warrior extremely hard. He gets freedom and we try to get that off as fast as we can to ruin his uptime. I'm spamming Shiv in between the hem mode. Right here, as you can see, the pally pops Aura Mastery, so I decided to throw it on the bomb anyway since the warrior was low as well. And that ruined a big heal on the pally. The pally puts sack and the warrior's running around with about 5% health for a few seconds. We put a blanket on the pally and the pally gets feared as well. Here the pally gets Unholy Frenzy on him, which is 30 seconds of where he takes minimal damage, which will break all of the CC we put on him. As you remember, I said last time, I need to shiv that off to put CC on him, but I can't ruin any uptime. Essentially, I could Shadow Step the pally and shiv once really quick, but I feel like that'd be a waste. I'm using my Shadow Step to stay offensive on this warrior through the desecration when he has freedom. Here I managed to get the shiv off just in time, and we go right back into the warrior. It got kind of risky though, as you can see my mage is extremely low and he has absolutely no block left. Knowing the pally has no cooldowns left except for bubble, I throw down on that second bomb just to get as much pressure out as we can and push them as defensive as they can. They try to make a hard swap onto my priest here, but as you can see the warrior is extremely low. We even force bop and bubble here out of the pally, and the DK even trinkets some CC here. I realize the pally can be put into a full blind here, so I'm waiting on the bubble to end. I put him into that full blind, and I realize we need to get some uptime or a kill right now. They're zerging my priest once again here. The pally's coming out of the blind. As you can see here, when I shadow stepped, I actually auto-attacked the pally and it got damage into him, but I still got the sap off. It didn't enter him into combat, so I was extremely lucky. So this warrior's about to die here. He's extremely low. The warrior goes down and the pally just came out of that sap and he got put into a really short sheep. So as you can see here, the DK is still going extremely hard with every cooldown that he has. He has his pet enraged and everything. He's going extremely hard on our priest here, and I have no peels left at all. He's just completely zerging down our priest here. We even put a blanket on him so he can't use any of his spells. My priest has a ton of necrotics and no cooldowns left, and our priest is getting tunneled completely with the pally and the DK on him. My mage is completely out of every cooldown here, and I'm out of every cooldown, and our priest ends up going down here. So as you can see, it's just me and the mage versus the pally here. We have no cooldowns left. We put the pally into a full sheep, but he ended up sacking it, so there's nothing we can do, seeing it broke instantly. Their DK dark simmed a Frost Nova, so I could have kicked that pally right there, but I was Frost Nova, and now I've no way to peel at all either. After sitting that full hard, there's desecration everywhere on the floor, so I get that re-stealth and I cloak. However, cloak runs out here and I'm continuously getting kited by the desecration. I can't even help peel off my own mage because I have no shadow step or sprint, so I'm mindlessly running after this DK. I'm just going to be spamming cheap shots, kidneys, gouges, and growths on him to avoid any contact onto my mage because I need my mage to get away and heal or we lose this game. The DK decides to swap to me here, seeing my mage is kiting him pretty well, but my mage has no opportunity to eat or drink at all because of that enraged pet just chasing him down the entire map. I run towards the pally here during his cast and he jukes, thinking I was going to kick him there. However, I just went right back onto the DK here and we got him pretty low. My mage is still dealing with that retarded pet of his. However, my mage actually just got an invis off, and he's telling me to try and peel back as much as I can, since he calls out he can get a drink possibly here. The DK drops death in the cave with full bleeds on me, and his pet just mindlessly beating me to death. My mage is getting a few ticks of drinks off here, but I realize I'm in horrible position. My mage is over there with their DK, and just blinked and got gripped back. DK has AMS, freedom, and a holy pally dispelling him. I should have been with my mage no matter what to be able to peel. I left him alone near the DK and had no way of peeling at all, and we just let them get too far ahead here. So they ended up 2v3ing us at the end there. So we should have thought ahead a little. After we got the warrior down, we thought we had the game won. Instead, we just mindlessly ran around. We had nothing to peel. And then before we realized our priest could still possibly be killed by the DK who had full cooldowns up, it was too late and they had gotten him low enough with the full necrotics. Alright, this game we're up against Kitty Cleave here. This game's rather interesting to be honest. So as usual, I'm going to throw sap onto the pally and we're going to open on the warrior. That's usually the only opener you can do unless you open pally, and that's usually only with Frost RMP. So anyway, we open on the warrior here. The druid opens up on my mage doesn't get that much of an opener, so he blinks in and puts his pally back into a breath over here. We're getting more and more uptime on this warrior. However, our mage is dipping kind of low here. He gets topped But my priest ends up popping a few cooldowns here as the druid clones him. If you look closely here, the warrior just heroic leaped, so he has nothing to get out of a bomb here if I were to put him into one. The pally's stuck in a ring over behind me to the left here, so I throw down this bomb here and put the warrior into a kidney. The pally does a pretty smart gamble, so the pally realizes here his warrior's completely fucked if he doesn't get over that ring somehow. So he pops sprint here, expecting to be able to jump over to that ring and trinket instantly. However, it doesn't ring him because it just disappeared right as he did that. So he just wasted trinket to try and save the warrior. However, now he's in a dragon's breath and the warrior's still completely screwed. Now the pally has to bubble because of his mistake. I get cloned here and I trinket anyway because I know we have pressure here. We put a fear on the pally and the druid, who neither of them have trinkets. I got warrior feared though, so I'm feared full. It's just my mage and the priest. My priest is popping everything he can offensively, and as you can see, boom, holy fire, and that warrior goes down. Their pally ran the risk. It would have been a smart move if he ended up actually trinketing that ring instantly and saving the game. However, he didn't trinket anything, got out of that ring, and then just got put in a full dragon's breath and had to bubble. So he waited too long to do it. It was a smart idea to do it, but it took too long. Hey guys, once again, thanks for watching. For my last video, go ahead and click on the middle annotation on the screen. Thanks again for watching.